All right, Zoe and Pop here. All right, morning debate. Should I start with the older books or should I start with the newer stuff? All right, the goal is to finish as much as I can. All right, I got a good portion of volume one of The Uncanny. I got volume two, three, four, five, six, however you guys want to name the volumes, basically all complete. Boom. All right, I got the other volumes behind me. Now, here's the idea is to have as much of this complete as I possibly can do. All right. So I'm thinking, how do you build the best X-Men collection possible? All right. Don't need to go spend money on keys. All right. To do it, there's plenty of good stuff out there that are at affordable prices. All right. Now, Batman is very, very good. X-Men are very, very good. Both titles I recommend, but this is the one I'm focusing on right now. So, what I'm thinking is to try to create something with the family, do something together. We're not going to worry too much about what it's all worth at the end of the day. That'll come later. All right, but the idea is to complete as many of these titles as we can. All right, now I got the Fall of X nearly complete. It's not missing much. All right, so before that, it's trying to think of the guy that wrote Volume 5. I can't think of it. It won 2019, I think it came out. It's 20, 21, 22 issues. That's complete. So we're working kind of doing, we're going to do a combination of everything. All right, because I think it's all good. All right, like I said, whether it's Laura's Wolverine X-23, however you want to say it, whether it's Emma, whether it's Cyclops, it could be Jean Grey. I've almost finished this myself. Reading it, this is pretty good stuff. Wolverine, you got Mystique. I mean, there's a lot of really good characters here. Psylocke, Storm, of course. I mean, there's some good stuff here. So, what I'm aiming to do is finish as much as I can and see how far I can get. Like right here, for instance, you pick out the kind of sets that you're looking to build and you work with that. Now, this is the variant covers right here for the new stuff. So, I'm missing one book that I know of. So, you got Rogue, you got Psylocke, you got Emma, and you got Magic. Now, I'm missing the Jean Grey book. It doesn't have to be the virgin cover. It has to have the title on it. All right, that way it runs with the rest of them. I want them all to be the same. If I get a chance to get the virgin covers, that'll start a whole new set. All right, so you got Sabretooth, you got Deadpool. Let's see. This is supposed to be very good. I only have issue 1 and 2, so we got to work on that. Magic, we only have issue 1. Mystique, issue 1. Issue 1 of Weapon X-Men. Psylocke's only issue 1. I read that one. That's very good. X-Force. The last volume ended really weird, and it's not exactly making me dive into it. You know what I'm saying? That was kind of a quirky title. I think Percy wrote that one. But the new stuff, I'm kind of holding off on X-Force right now. All right. But I got a ton of X-Men books behind me on my walls for display purposes that I could see. We got X-Men Red. We got X-Men Blue. We got X-Men Gold. Astonishing. All new. We got all kinds of crazy crap. House of M. Fallen Angels. Marauders. I mean, you get the point. All right. So I don't think there's anything wrong with trying to do this and complete as much of it as I can. Like, you don't need, I don't know, my opinion, I don't think you need a Hulk 181 or a X-Men #1 from 1963 in order to justify this. All right, you get what you can get, and you build upon however it is that you could do it affordable without killing yourself, that you can do. But there's a lot of good X-Men books that are not considered keys of any kind that you can get that are really good reads. It's a great series. All right, they produce some really great variants, if you get my drift. All right, so there's a lot to be said for the X-Men. Great characters, great art. I love when the art matches each book because it kind of makes the books flow together better. Big time. Been doing this for, I'm trying to think, good 40-something years now with X-Men. So I'm going to say about 45 years. Yeah, it goes to show how old I am. It's a thoroughly enjoyable franchise. Can't wait to see what the movies look like. More hyped about the books than I am about the movies because it takes so long for the movies to be made, where these books come out once a month. And it's very easy to get them. All right. I'm a big A cover guy. I do like variants, as you see there. All right. But my big pet peeve is A covers. I love A covers. All right. Because if you get a B cover without an A cover, or a C cover without an A cover, what's the point of that? You want to have the A covers if you're a set builder. Anything else that you get along the way is all extra, but you have to start with the A cover, in my opinion. My opinion. All right. I want to finish this series right here. That series started off a little quirky for me at first, but I got the drift of it, and it was flowing well, but I think I'm missing like 6 issues from it. All right. But most of that's outside in the garage. But we're going to try to put it all together and see how this goes. Like I said, for my own self-satisfaction, and I want to have, like, say, if something ever happens, I'm not here no more, I'd like to have something to give to my granddaughter. All right, my son, my wife, anybody, So it would really be cool if, when, like, say, the day you're gone, if somebody continues what you started. That would be cool. All right, so thumbs up, thumbs down. Let's build some X-Men sets.